Okay, as discussed, I'm going to look through both your sites. I've spent quite a bit of time on them already, and I just want to point out a few things on each one that I think will help. As I posted on the PAL forums, there's a number of ways to, kind of rejuvenate, sites that have gone stagnant or haven't been updated in a while. I see on the Canadian sports betting site you have done some recent updates within the last few weeks with some UFC posts, MMA betting posts, and some baseball stuff. But just a few things I'll point out real quick. You're using the same theme on both of them, which it's fine. It's kind of a magazine theme, which I wouldn't recommend, at least for a site that's focusing on sports betting or poker, just gaming centric, kind of like that. Again, you can, but I would suggest you do some customizations. It's really minimalist, which is good in a lot of ways. But when you're trying to drive conversions, it's not gonna do you any favors essentially. As I discussed in the PAL post and in the PMs to you, the new content is fine, and I want to look at just one of your posts and point a few things out. You're posting this content, and that's great. It's always good to have new content, but I'm a big believer in always trying to, put a good call to action in there somewhere. And I know you've done some interlinking, which is good, but there's no real strong call to action there. It's always good to have something like that. You're taking all the above the fold space up with the large title and the large image. This is everything above the fold. I'm on a widescreen monitor, so it's going to be at least like this on pretty much any monitor. But this is all your call to action space. This is all your above the fold space, and you really want to have some kind of call to action somewhere up here, at least on the side, something of that nature. And if you're gonna, start trying to rejuvenate the site, don't be afraid to link to, older, strong content. I don't know your traffic numbers, or I don't know your landing page, your pages, any pages that get old traffic and stuff. Maybe good pages that were converting. Definitely try and update those. It won't hurt to do that, and make new ones. Make 2015 reviews for betting sites you're promoting, like Bovada or Sportsbook, any of those. Even if you have older ones, you can make those work together. And again, this page just kind of, it's a good article. I actually did read the article. I'm a huge MMA fan. Uh, but again, have a good strong call to action in here above the fold somewhere. Uh, so that's a couple things I'll say there. Uh, Up here on a couple other pages, I see you did a best online betting sites page. Again, this is good. This is a lot better kind of a call to action there, but it doesn't really stand out. It doesn't grab my attention. And unless you're driving traffic specifically to this page, they're probably not going to land on it, just looking for it. So, push a page like this in one of your articles. Check out the best places to place bets on UFC 189, which is what your MMA article was about. So interlink those in your new content. That'll help get newer pages indexed. Your blog post and your news post is fine. Those usually get picked up pretty quick in search engines. So, link to your important pages out of those, and make sure you have a strong call to action there. This is a pretty light content page. I would add some more stuff. I know you have pages on, more betting sites, more reviews, so you can add in, some of those. Your top two, sports betting sites for MMA, your top two, you know, sports betting sites for baseball, things of that nature, and interlink those pages. Also, keep in mind, I see this a lot, looking at your title tags, and I know it's not showing in the screen recording, but if you hover over the title tags, you've still got your the name of your site and your title tags, which is a common issue with WordPress. I'd recommend getting rid of that. You've already got an exact match domain for what you're targeting, and you don't really need that same title tag in every page. So I see you've got this page named correctly, Best Online Sports Betting Sites, and then you've got Canadian Sports Betting / Online Sports Betting Canada. It's a super long title tag and really just dilutes it. Uh, So I will always recommend that people, remove the option to have your site title in every, title tag. It just deletes all your title tags and just doesn't help you. It generally just ends up with super long title tags and the same thing on every page. So every page you've got on this site has, and here's another example, has Online Sports Betting Canada, on Canadian sports betting. Those two title tags are on every one of your pages, and that deletes all your pages for their keywords that you're trying to rank for. So on this page, you have Bet365 Sportsbook Review Canada. That's your initial first title tag, and then again you have slash Canadian sports betting slash online sports betting Canada. Hope that makes sense. And this is one of your review pages. This is a little better. You've got at least your call to action above the fold, which is good. Although this is kind of a weak call to action, you don't really have a lot of intro text telling them why they need to sign up. Just, hey, Bet365, click here to join. And I know below you list some reasons why they should join. But keep in mind, especially with gaming, security and money are going to be your two huge selling points. So make those stand out. So instead of just having click here to join Bet365, say, claim your free bet, your free $500, your free 100% sign up bonus up to $200. Have that right around that call to action, just as prominent. And at least immediately they know, hey, if I click here, I can grab that bonus. Otherwise, they've got to keep reading past your call to action. Again, I hope that makes sense. And, overall the content's good. I did look over the content. Another thing I'll note on both your sites is that even though it's a magazine theme, a basic WordPress theme, either, I guess whoever made the theme, whether it was you or customized it or whatever, there's no published on date, there's no updated date, and that's something I've seen a lot, and adding that in will help let your readers know it's not an old, outdated page. And search engines also look at the published dates and the updated dates and things like that. Depending on how your sitemap is set up, all those things get picked up. You'll notice in search engines now you'll actually see article dates on a lot of things. So again, just one of those things to kind of keep up with the whole real-time updated content thing. With all search engines, not just Google. So there's probably a setting you can activate. If not, it's just a little snippet of PHP code you can drop in your template and drop in your theme, and it'll show up wherever you want it. Just another little thing. That's pretty much it on this site. Again, keep adding the new content and interlink the content with your recent articles, with your older pages, your new pages. That'll help get everything re-indexed and let the search engines know that the site is no longer dormant, and you can really start building it back up that way. I think that'll put you on the right track for traffic. Now jumping over to this site, similar theme. I think it's the same theme, onlinepokercanada.net. I like this overall layout too. It's nice and clean. It's minimalist. You've added some recent content, which is good, and I wanted to open up some of that. I see you have a top 5 sites over here. This is good. Again, it's a little better kind of a call to action than you had on the other site. I always recommend that you make things like this prominent. Let them know what they're getting. They see the review and the play now. Most people, at least gaming players, they may show up for, looking for a review. But since you're kind of focusing on new stuff, you want to, give them a good article on whatever piece of content they found you through, whether it's Daniel Negreanu busting out or this Arab guy getting arrested for something. They'll read that, and then you want to convert them from there, and pique their interest somehow. Again, you're kind of wasting the above the fold space here, which I think that's a mistake. The content, really just a few paragraphs. I think you can do more with that. And again, there's no real interlinking to another article. There's no call to action. And again, use these news posts to index your important pages, your call to action pages, your money pages. So, I like Daniel Negreanu, and I saw the news flash about this, and I saw an article on it, and I clicked on it, and I want to hear about his run, and then this is a great opportunity to get somebody that's trying to figure out what happened to Kid Poker, to convert him to, hey, this is a PokerStars.net player, play with Daniel, claim your free money at PokerStars. Uh, it's a good opportunity to convert them. And same issue I mentioned with the other site and the title tags. You want to watch how long they get. I think you said there was an issue with the built-in SEO plugin they put with this. I don't know the specifics of that. I just know you mentioned it, but maybe disable it and get one that handles a little better. All-in-one SEO, still pretty good, and the Yoast SEO will also kind of look at your post and give you a checklist of things to make sure of. And one of those things they mention, I know they look at, is your title tag character length. So this post would get flagged. They'd probably all get flagged just because of the length of the title tag of the page is so long that it won't all show up in the search engines. And we talk a lot about on-page call to actions and conversion rates and things like that. But you'll look at some of the best sites, listed in the search engines. They all have pretty strong call to actions, actually, as their snippets in the rankings of the search engine page that you're looking at. And that's one of the ways you do that, is making sure your title tags are concise, and they work for you instead of kind of be cut off. And again, you can probably customize the sidebar to show some different, maybe one's betting sites, maybe one's poker sites, casinos, things like that. So right now this looks kind of plain, which I know just anything you can do to kind of grab a little attention to it will help. And let's look at one of your reviews real quick. We'll look at the Party Poker review. And this is a good example. You don't have the large image, which is taking up all your above the fold space, but your call to action is super small, and you're not interlinking really to any of your other major pages, which is a great chance to do that. Again, use your news posts to link to your money pages, and then interlink some of your money pages. And I'm sure this site, both these sites being older sites that you used to get a lot of traffic to, you've probably got some strong pages in there that have some good page rank that you can either do away with and make new ones and do a 301 redirect and push that old page to your new page, and do things like that, and that'll help kind of revitalize the whole site actually. So be looking at those older pages. Again, you should be able to see that in your analytics, see what pages used to get traffic, might have some PR juice left. Make a new review, make a new parent page if you're going to list Canadian betting sites and things of that nature. If those are outdated and just need to be reworked totally, make a new page, make it for 2015, redirect the old stuff to it, and that way you won't lose nothing and you can get a little boost off that old page. But again, you want to do better on your call to actions and your interlinking, fix your title tags, and just be thinking in those terms of, don't worry about what the site used to do. Don't worry about what pages used to be great. Don't be afraid to just tear that apart and make something new. Especially if those older pages have some juice, you can use that to your advantage. And be sure you're using good anchor text when you are interlinking. Don't just say, check out this page here as an anchor text. Be descriptive, help, pass, some good text juice back and forth. Good anchor text is important, as you know. So that's the major things. Again, everything I put in the PAL post about revitalizing some of the older pages, scrapping them, redirecting them to your new stuff, and using your news posts, your frequently updated content to index your money pages and to push players to that. If you're going to use news posts, and do that kind of thing, then make those work for you. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. And if there's anything else I can think of or anything else you can think of, just let me know and I'll try to answer it. Thanks, bud.